Hey guys, how you doing? How is everybody tonight? I'm that fat guy and I hope that you guys can hear me. Please let me know if anyone is on here already. Let me know whether you can hear me because that would be super awesome. We got a live chat somewhere around here. Let me just find that one. All right. Beautiful. So it looks like, well, at least I'm seeing that there's a sound going on. My mic is on and everything. I'm sorry about the low quality camera. I usually, like, when I do my fat chats, and hey, Simon, how you doing? When I do my fat chats and everything, I usually use my phone, which is linked to the computer through an app, and that app doesn't communicate with my the OBS software I'm using for YouTube. Very boring stuff, but yeah, hey, awesome. Tim, Ben, Ryan, thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, honestly, you guys are serious supporters, and I hope I'm not too late. Yeah, what a cracking Sunday it was today. Did you guys all enjoy your day? Let me know below, obviously. I think there is a slight delay with this, so I'm going to have to get used to it. So I'll just keep talking until I start to see some responses. My day was all right. Like, it started off pretty good. I've been chatting with Jared, and you might remember Jared from a few fat chats ago. He lost like 20 something kilos, and he had some back issues, and he then started doing DDP yoga, which is Diamond Dallas Page yoga, which is like yoga for men. It is for men. It is made for dudes, for guys who are tough and not ladies. And he has actually got like a whole bunch of DVDs from that, and it's actually really expensive to buy. It's like $200 American of all things. So he actually let me borrow those because he lives nearby. So I actually went out today and searched for a yoga mat, and do you honestly believe that I could get a yoga mat from anywhere? Like, here's me, 130 odd kilo bloke walking in there, just like, yeah, hi, I need a yoga mat, please. And yeah, the Rebel didn't have them, like, a few different Rebels. I went to Clark Rubber. Clark Rubber had one, but it was like $80, and it was probably like, massive. It was just a bit too big. So, I didn't get that. $80 is outside my budget because I only want to get like a smaller one just to get started. And Jared, he said, prepare to get killed. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, Ryan, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Tim, Sunday, best day of the week. Absolutely. How good is it? Ryan Hall, Backyard Jobs. I couldn't cook my steak on the barbecue this evening because it's pouring outside. Ben, are you serious? It's pouring down in Adelaide. What do you know? You had to settle for the George Foreman. Is the George Foreman, is that the one where it closes down on top as well? Because that one is a bit rough. I find that it cooks it like that. I used to, like, when was like, I don't know, 19, 20, I had one of those kind of the presses, and I cooked steak in it. And if Lloyd is watching this, don't tell him. Yeah, he would flip out. Like, any chef would just flip out because it all tasted like boot. Blue foam mat from Anaconda, Simon says. Okay, I'll have to check that out. But yeah, it couldn't get a yoga mat. So I'm on annual leave this week. So I'm hoping that I can find somewhere to get one at some point. It would be nice. Rebel told me that they're getting an order of a whole bunch of stuff in tomorrow, but who knows what's going to be in that one. Only took about 10 minutes to cook. I hope it was all right. How was your pizza last night, Ben? Actually, Ben, Mr. Jacker, down in the comments below, he is actually going to be on tomorrow's Fat Chat. So, he had his celebration meal last night, which was pizza. I would bring up a picture here, but I don't know how to do that live yet. I'm still a novice. Yeah, went to Kmart, went to Target, checked them all out. Couldn't find anything, mate. Here he is, Jared himself, via music. Well, the camp roll. After I left Clark Rubber, I don't go camping, so I don't have that kind of stuff. But after I left Clark Rubber, I saw camp rolls there. I thought, oh, I should have got a camp roll, but I couldn't be bothered going back, to be honest. But I'm gonna get I'm gonna do the DDP tomorrow morning. I'm gonna give it a go on the carpet. Yeah, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die regardless. So I'm actually quite nervous about it. Because, like, I've mentioned it before, I'm so inflexible. It's ridiculous. Bieber Hole, my man, I love your name. I say it every single time, but I love your name. I've actually got some liquid courage here. Drinking on air. Is there anything sadder? It was yeah, but other than that, it's just been a really cool weekend. It's so good having rugby league back, and I know that some of you are and aren't rugby league fans, but it's nice to have that normality somewhat returning, that I can turn on sports, click, and get into it. It's really really good stuff. But other than that, today went out for a walk with the. Very keen to hear about how the yoga goes. There's a great video out there for those dudes who have lost a ton of weight doing it. Even met with DDP a year later. Yeah, look, I mean, I really want to do it to increase my flexibility, and I'm going to probably show you guys how inflexible I am. Like, I could probably reach down, like if I were to, lock out my knees and try to bend over, I could reach probably about halfway down my shin. I want to get to the point where I can like touch the ground. So that would be nice. Barefoot way to go. All right. Via music, I'll give that one a burl. As mentioned in yesterday's video, I couldn't get the steaks that I wanted from the butcher that I usually go to because they were like this big. And I ended up going to a different butcher today. Got some nice big fat juicy ones. They're like, they're like man meat, brontosaurus meat. They're like from the Flintstones where they're like, where that lady walks out and bang, puts it on the side of the car tips over. Yeah. The legend himself. Hey, Stephen, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming into this one. What I might do is I might actually go. Well, I don't know how I'm going to go through the comments in this one because I'd love to have the comments here in front of me so I can bring them up on the screen. You guys can see what I'm looking at. I must figure out a way on how to do it. Actually, tell you what, why don't we jump into a few questions? Do you guys have any questions for me at all or anything you want to talk about? I will wait for your answers. Oh my. It's, I'm getting there, Stephen. I'm doing all right. Nothing really is happening today. Nothing really, different, crazily different. Another day in isolation paradise. It would be nice to take the family out and do something. Like go out to the pool or hold on, we've got a few things. Okay. I'll hit up Stephen first. He said, do you follow AFL at all? No, I don't. I'm from Sydney, and AFL is really kind of like that backward. Like it's in the back page of where the sports is listed on newspaper. It's probably like page 5. Like it's not really hugely, unless Sydney are doing well, like the Swans. Unless they're like really doing well, that's when people get into it here. But no, I don't really follow for the AFL, so I won't even pretend. There's a few people that go for that follow Ben Jacker. He's a Port Adelaide fan, so if you want to have a chat with Ben about AFL, go ahead, mate. Go ahead. When was the moment you realised enough was enough? Like you just woke up and said, today is the day, and ordered the MS. That's an awesome question, Simon. I am going to delve into that. Get comfortable. Okay, so as some of you may know, last year I actually had surgery, and it wasn't like, anything major like what you had, Mr. Simon, there. It was just on my nose. As you can see, my nose is pretty big, but I had like crazy sleep patterns, like obstructive sleep apnea up the ass. And the missus, like, she couldn't even sleep in the same room because I was snoring so loud, and it was like, really kind of like choking throughout the night. And I was weighing in at like 150 odd kilos. So I went to the specialist. Specialist said, we're going to operate. We're going to, cut out your nose and fix it all up. And like for us, and that was like 2 months before my surgery, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah, great. I didn't even think, oh, maybe I should lose a little bit of weight for surgery. When I got to the hospital, I was 160.7. That was the last time I weighed myself before starting this weight loss journey, and it was just like I was floored by it. And then Christmas rolled around, and if you're a fat dude, and odds are you might be a little bit overweight or a fat dude on this channel, you if you're anything like me, you hate family gatherings because like it may be a year since you've seen some of these people, and I probably gained like 30 kilos in a year, and it's like when they look at you, they're like, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, geez, you got big, you know. And they're not going to say anything because they're your family, but you can't help but feel like you're being judged. You're being judged. And it was about that time I was like, I'm sick of being tired. I'm sick of being sick and tired. I want to make a difference. I want to change something. And it was about that time, that's when A Current Affair ran that story about Jerd. Right, everyone says, "Oh, Jerd inspired me." Yeah, well, he actually did. Like, I never watch A Current Affair ever, 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 ever. And I was just like, I saw like guy loses 70 kilos in a year. Stay tuned tonight to find out how. I'm like, I could lose some weight. Quick. And yeah, I saw the interview, saw the man shake. I heard of the man shake for years. Like on Triple M, it's like you hear it on the radio. It's like Triple M rocks the footy, brought to you by the man shake. And yeah, it was just like it was. It was always like in the back of my mind, and I was like, I never tried a shake. I tried intermittent fasting, tried other things like that, and just diet. But it was around New Year. After seeing that thing, I'm like, New Year, I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to be a New Year's revolutioner. That's a word. And do it. And then I thought to myself, well, shit, I've failed at these things so many times in the past, and I've only had like one or two people let down. That was myself and my missus, and now my kids, so it's three. Let's say 2.5, because she's only 4. But then I was like, all right, I'm going to do this YouTube thing. I'm going to keep myself very publicly accountable. I'm going to put it out there for everyone to see, and the rest is history. The same day I started my YouTube channel, the same day I started the Man Shake, I got this letter. Sorry, wrong hand. This letter right here, bam, where I'm pointing to. That was a letter that said that I was at high risk. I was in pre-diabetes state. I was, because I went to hospital a couple of times. I had some complications after the surgery. I had a secondary bleed and nearly like died. No, I didn't die. Just, I had these massive blood clots hanging out my nose. I was just like pouring blood everywhere. And yeah, anyway, they tested my blood for diabetes on both occasions, like the sugar content, and they're both really elevated, like a average of 6, I think it is. And you got to be like around that 3 to 4 range to be considered normal. 7.5 is type 2, I think it is. It's right there. I could get it, but nah. I don't want you to see my butt as I get up and get it. But yeah, that was the same day. So it was so coincidental. I was like, I better do a good job of this. And then I started, and I met all you guys, and you guys have been the difference between me succeeding. Well, I haven't really succeeded yet, just continuing on. But yeah, I've lost like 30 odd kilos now. So thank you guys. Mr. Ben Jacker, mate, Pure Blonde, my go-to beer. Yeah, it is. I like it. I actually first got introduced to this when it kind of first came out several years ago. I was living with a guy who was a diabetic, and he had the whole insulin pump there. And the insulin pump at the time was like a brand new technology, and he had to really be careful. He loved the beer though. Like he was a butcher, he was a tradie, so his butchers are considered tradies, believe it or not. And he would just be hitting the piss every night, and he had to have something that didn't really affect his blood sugar. So Pure Blonde it was. So I got used to Pure Blondes right from the get-go. Usually, if I wasn't on a weight loss journey, Corona. I'm a Corona guy, just like Dom and Brian from the Fast and Furious. It was just like my house, like, you can have any beer as long as it's a Corona, And it wasn't because of the Fast and Furious and the fact I drove Supra, but I really like Coronas. Other than that, if I had to pick an imported beer, it would be Samuel Adams. Samuel Adams. It's just a fantastic beer, Boston Lager. But otherwise, if it's local, I did get into James Squires quite a bit. That was like a really sort of boutique one. If I was drinking rat's piss, like just your everyday beer, two is new. Two is new is my beer. Couldn't do VB. um, but yeah. Oh, okay, so Stephen says it's pretty much a saying down in Victoria about the NRL. Yeah, man, I could imagine it would be. You only got one team, and that team always wins. Like, I mean, Melbourne Storm, they suck. I hate them so much. Ryan Hall, does anyone have a cheeky port late at night? No. I haven't had port in several years. Some of you may know I worked in hospitality. I loved port. What kind of port do you have? I used to occasionally have a pipe. Galway pipe. This is many years ago. Like after the shift, would sit there with a little tiny port glass, looks like a little wine glass, and me being a 20-year-old, and there was a couple other blokes, well, a couple of other boys that would join me and have a port, but it was pretty crazy. Ryan, I have a bottle of port that is 40 years old this year. Same old age as me. Got off my 21st. Haven't opened it yet. Gonna open for my 40th. Damn. That sounds like a very good port. Via Music, what's Jared? What kind of port is it? Do you if you can name the brand, I'll be keen to see what that is. Ryan, has your sleep and sleep apnea improved since you lost weight? Or was it all sorted by surgery? Okay, so the surgery was to fix up my nose because I had what is it? Deviated septum. That's the word I'm looking for. Deviated septum, and I got a bilateral fess and septal reconstruction. So I was getting sinus infections, like they were running behind my eyes. Got like 6 in 3 months, and the specialist was like, "Well, that's pretty shit. We got to fix this up because your nose, your passageways are so blocked, the mucus can't go anywhere. It just stays in there, gets infected." So he fixed up my nose, and it was just a nightmare. He drilled into my face, did all sorts of stuff. I wouldn't recommend getting. Well, I would. It's night and day difference. Like before, I sound nasally now. You should have heard me before. It's like Ray Romano was like, Deborah. My parents have my parents have lots of issues. That was my Ray Romano. I'm sorry, it was terrible. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, look, the sleep apnea has improved a bit. Like the missus, to be fair, and I'm completely honest with you guys, the missus still sleeps in a separate room at the moment because even though the snoring is getting better, it's not 100%. It's still pretty bad because I'm still 130 odd kilos. So if I keep losing the weight, it's getting better and better. She said that it's getting a lot better. She used to actually sleep with earplugs until the little foam earplugs, and that was great. We she could sleep next to me, sucking in windows. But basically, she perforated her eardrum because she's got sinus issues too. And then basically, the doctor said, "Don't ever use earplugs ever again." So until the snoring kind of comes to a near stop, we're sharing separate rooms at the moment. But yeah, it is getting better. Stephen hit the nail on the head with the family's gatherings. Hated that feeling. Yeah, it's a bad feeling, isn't it, mate? It's really bad. When you see, and when you don't see people for a year and they look exactly the same and you've just ballooned, it's crazy. Simon, hated being at gathering and trying to find a chair that's not plastic Bunnings chair. Oh my god! Here's a little trick for you, right? Those plastic and Simon's talking about those plastic outdoor chairs that you sit in. They're the hard white plastic and they go brittle if they've been in the sun. They have a load limit of 80 kilos, and if you're anything above that, you basically have to sit on it completely square, not lean in any direction, otherwise the leg will blow out on you. And I've actually broken a couple of them. Trick is get 2 of them, and you just slot the one over the other, and there you go, 160 kilo weight limit. At least that's the way I see it. It works that way for me. Well, at least I didn't have any issues. Ben, is it because you're sitting here there with no pants on? Yeah. I've got no pants. I hate pants, man. As you know. Mr. Ryan Hall says, "What's my go-to man shake flavor?" Well, like it's a bit different. Like I go through phases. So when I first started, the banana was my like go to. I just freaking loved it. It was just like, oh, it's the most amazing thing I've ever had. But then I think I overdid it, so I didn't get tired of it, but I just like was looking for something different. Right now, coffee with the Bogan Rocks, the coffee put into it. I usually have that as my 10 a.m. one, and my afternoon one would generally be strawberry banana or choc mint at the moment. I use the chocolate and the vanilla because I got every flavor. I use the chocolate and vanilla for cooking. Beaver Hole, what's my favorite music? I like that question. I haven't had that question before. I'm not like a huge music guy, so like like support like well I like real mainstream kind of bands. Like you won't hear me say like a band that you've never heard of before. But my all-time favorite is the Chili Peppers, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love them to bits. My first album was a Chili Peppers album, and it was like the music just spoke to me. I really loved it, and I've seen them live. I was only able to see them live because tickets sold. Sorry, I was only able to see them live once, and that was the Stadium Arcadium tour, and it just blew my mind that concert. And other than that, I do like the Living End. Obviously Green Day because they're pretty much very similar sound. Of recent as well, quite similar. And I'm trying to think of some other bands that I like. I can't think of them right now. I've been getting into Eminem, Snoop Dogg recently. I go through phases of liking stuff, but yeah, Gorillas. I love the Gorillas. I remember seeing Gorillas Clint Eastwood, the video clip, the first time, like before they became huge. It was like on the old, what was it? Was it MTV? No, V Music. I think it was on Foxtel. It was back when they actually showed music on music channels. It was amazing, and yeah, I really liked them. And then suddenly they blew up, which was great. But yeah, keen to see what you guys like in terms of music. Yeah, I'm pretty mainstream. I'm not like I don't listen to Triple J and have any offshoot bands that I really like. If Rat Mouse from Parks and Recreation made an album, I'd buy that in a second. um, my fave is 23rd Street Distillery from Renmark in SA. It's a hybrid whiskey aged bourbon barrels. Simon, okay, that sounds very nice. We'll have to. I'll have to check that out. Zeppelts, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's a pretty good port right there, Veer. So hold on to that one. Ryan Betson, am I flavor mixer with the Manshake? Nah. No, not yeah. Like I don't mix the flavors together. Like do one scoop of one, one scoop of the other. Like um, I more or less like I've done the mango Weiss man shake that I've made a few times with like the bits of frozen mango, sorry, I got a message. Bits of frozen mango, um, vanilla man shake, coconut oil, and a couple other bits and pieces, and tastes exactly like mango Weiss. But yeah, that's all the blended kind of stuff. I don't mix the flavors. Can you stand up, Jack Bannerman? And stand up and show us your muscles. I'm not sure why you want to see me stand up, like because all I got is a big fat belly. So look at that. Ooh, that's my belly muscle. Oh, but here you go. There's a little bit of muscle for you. Ooh. Have I tried the Man Fuel drinks? Thinking of ordering some of my next order. No, I haven't been. I really couldn't tell you about them. My understanding is that they're like they're like the Bacardi breezes of the Manshake world, being that they're like a ready to drink kind of thing on the run. Um, but yeah, give it a go. I don't like if you have the man shake, I don't think you need it. If you are coming prepared and that, but I think they're more like, yeah. Stephen, I don't remember buying tickets to the gun show. Yeah, mate, it's not. Let me correct you on that one. It's cannons. It's a cannon salute. You know, got the howitzer. No, this is actually Des, and that's Troy. Together, they destroy. I'm a big fat nerd. Mixing flavors is the best. Really removes the boredom. Well, Ryan, let us know what mixtures work for you. I hear people going crazy for choc banana. Some guy posted up on the Man Shake Men page that he did strawberry and coffee, and apparently someone recommended it to him. I cannot imagine that that would go down all too well. It would certainly be a bit weird, if you ask me. Um, you don't need tickets, as boys are free to all. Come on, mate. I don't give it away for free. Like, this is just a preview. So, you can check out my, is it fans only? A little bit later. I'll send you all the link for that one. Simon, shake or blend preference? I am a shaker. Even though I have a NutriBullet, I don't really see the need for it. I don't like washing up, and the fact that I need to do an extra step, it's just my laziness kicking in. Just I used to love making cocktails. So I was like, when I shake it, I have the metal shake. Like, I got the metal Man Shake shaker. No, I haven't got it up here. I got it downstairs. I would hold it like this, like I'm shaking up a cocktail, singing Kokomo. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you. Luke Brand, hey legend, what's the go with the Manshake re-uploading your videos? I'm hoping they're helping out with some goodies. Luke, with that, they approached me and said, hey, look, we're super happy with your progress and everything, and for me, this channel has never been about me getting free stuff, getting money, or doing anything like that. It's about me getting a message out there, showing everyone my journey, and keeping myself accountable. And the fact that I've lost like 33 kilos, or close to 32.9, but let's just round up, shall we? That's the most important thing to me. If anything comes from it down the future, with the Man Shake, then then so be it. But I was more than happy just to, say, yeah, go for it, absolutely. No, knock yourselves out. But if they're going to sort me out in the future, then yeah, so be it. But look, I'm still very early in the journey. I guess from their standpoint, if people start doing something similar and then they start throwing stuff at me, then other people might be trying to do the same just to get free stuff. And even though it is an advertisement for them, I don't know. I'll have to maybe have a chat with their head of strategy and find out what's going on. Choc vanilla tastes like cupcake. Choc caramel's rad. Same as choc coffee. Choc caramel, strawberry and coffee sounds gross. Yeah, Ryan, 100% right, mate. The choc vanilla sounds pretty good. I am saving those flavors exclusively for cooking. Then that way, I don't really need to order them with with my batches, because you buy the 4 and get one. So you buy 3 and you get 1 free. I don't want to waste one of those bags on chocolate or vanilla, the ones that I don't drink. The missus, she's on the Lady Shakes, and she makes Rice Krispies and all that, and it's really good. Really good. Luke, from memory, you're fairly new onto this channel, so thank you, dude, for the comment and everything, and thank you to everyone that is here. Jack, did you like my muscles? Because I'm just curious to see why you wanted to see them, but I can show you my ab. It's like the non-plural version of abs, so it's just a big fat gut. So what I might do is I might just quickly. You're missing out with the vanilla. I love it as a shake. Yeah, one of the guys at work, he goes crazy for it. That's the only flavor he drinks. He doesn't drink anything else. He's Mr. Vanilla. Vanilla tea, ice cold. Simon Taylor, and like I wish I could bring up the comments on here, but he said on my video on Sunday, he said, "Thanks to Shadow Ash. I love the coffee shakes. It replaces the Dare Iced coffee. As we spoke on Facebook, looking forward to tomorrow. Thanks again for all the hard work you put in. Happy to share my goals with you." Yeah, Simon, mate, it was really good having a chat with you on Facey. It was nice to see that you're plugging along with your journey, and yeah, it's thank you very much for the compliment. Simon McKay, did you get your pepper mayo yesterday? No, I forgot. Like I did go to the celebration meal with the KFC, which yeah, I like. Someone asked me, I think it was Ben. He said, "Do you always go to KFC?" And I'm like, "Yes, I love it. It is like if I don't have it, I'll be disappointed that I didn't get it because I just freaking love it." I should really rotate my cheat meals, but I'll never get sick of KFC. Simon has a good hack. If you take the Zinger burger and you put the pepper mayo on there, like you asked him to put the pepper mayo, completely different flavor. It's awesome. Tastes really good. But I forgot to do it yesterday. Apparently, there's also a like secret menu on the app. You can like you click on the kernel a few times, and I don't know. He pulls down his pants and a whole bunch of secret things fall out. I don't know. Ryan Hall, do you know when the birthday cake is making a comeback? I really want to try. Mate, no. I have no idea. I don't work for the Man's Shake. I don't really have anything, like to do with their operation side of thing. But from every indication that Jerd has gotten and other people have gotten, no, it's not coming back. It was such a 50-50 flavor. Like people were like, I love it. I hate it. Look, if you're really desperate, Ryan, I'm happy. Like I've actually got some left over. I'm happy to send you a little like Ziploc bag of it. Message me on Facebook or Instagram if you want me to send you it by post. You're welcome to try it. That offer's open to everyone. I guess until I run out. And Bieber Hole 69, Nando's is my kryptonite. Yeah, man. I like Nando's. I don't go it every time. I've only had it a handful of times. I don't know why. I think like I have this preconceived conception that they're really expensive, compared to like, I can get like the loose change menu at like McDonald's and feel fuller and has more sugar and is worse for me. Ben Jacker, what flavors does the Man Shake need to bring out? That's a very good question. I don't know. I would like to see like another fruit variation flavor, but they're so nichey. Like it's like when I say niche, I mean like they'll be like super kind of like targeted to like one audience. Like the only one I can think of right now is like mango and coconut or something like that. But there's a lot of people that don't like coconut. There's a lot of people that don't like mango, and I don't know how they'll go in a shake. There's a lot of like those like sweet kind of flavors like caramel and chocolate and that. I just don't know what flavor. What flavor do you think that they should bring out? That would be good. Ryan Hall, Mike Chock. Is that right, Ryan? And vanilla, add some sprinkles. Boom, there it is. Eggnog at Christmas. Oh, yuck. I've tried eggnog once and maybe a custard flavor. Oh, cinnamon custard. Oh, well, now we're cooking. I'm going to write that down. Custard. Hey, Delicate Stone, Mr. Lloyd, how you doing, man? How's the restaurant going? The setup for the cafe. You're opening on, when was it? I saw the post. It was like the 5th of, was it? It's like the first week of June, I think, coming. So if you're down Lloyd's Way, which is somewhere in Victoria, I've forgotten the name. Starts with M. Maryborough. Check out the Railway Cafe. I'm going from memory here, Lloyd. I hope I'm doing all right for you. This is my spruik for you. Apple and cinnamon, apple pie flavor. Oh, yeah, that's really good. I like the sound of that. That's awesome. Apple cinnamon. That'll be so good. Um, Friday the 5th, Maryborough. I was right. Yes. We are friends. Self five. If you all aren't familiar with Lloyd, he's a Delicate Stone on here. Check out his channel. He does a whole bunch of music and that kind of stuff. But he was on episode 2 of Fat Chat. And Mr. Ryan Betson there, he also has YouTube. He has podcasts. He has everything, you name it. He was on Fat Chat episode 7. So check out both those channels. Subscribe if you want. No pressure to do so. Cookies and cream. Yeah, a lot of people suggest cookies and cream, Stephen. It's like I would say that would probably be the next go-to because that's just the most commonly liked and like asked for flavor. I can imagine that if they were to make a new flavor, it would be that. That's yeah. But I really like the apple cinnamon or like apple cinnamon custard. Like get that like apple pie flavor. That would be mint. That would be awesome. If they can do a Kentucky Fried Chicken flavor, I would buy all their stock. Like honestly, all the stock. Anyway, I was going to go through a couple of comments here. Christian the Round, if you do watch this, man, you're a legend. He goes. This is on the Sunday's video. He goes, yes, go the Eels. 2020 premiers. Here's hoping. And also another great video, Ash. Not only does he throw a compliment my way, but he's also an Eels supporter. What an absolute legend. And Taz, Adamos, he comments on pretty much every video I do. He always sends lots of love. I hope you come and see this one. You're probably working right now. He works like 15 hours a day, like 8 days a week. So here's to you, buddy. Knuckles. Get a few interesting ones. Boof Open, bruv. Just quickly, you're going very well. Most encouraging. Great job, brother. Thank you so much, mate. Hope you are watching this. It looks like we've been going for a while now. Nearly 37 minutes. There you go. There's just a couple other comments that I would like to touch on. A lot of people were complimenting me on my jersey, which was really nice of you. Like, I mean, like, posting up those goals and that. Like, I love the fact that you guys give me compliments, but it's not out there for me fishing like give us some compliments. It's not something I'm looking for. It's just that it is a goal that I achieve. And John Hawkshaw, unfortunately, he does go for the Roosters. That is a shame. He said that it's awesome that the footy's back, and I love that they've returned to one ref. Less penalties, more fatigue. Go the Roosters. And Whiskey Turner, go your good thing. Bloody legend, looking great. Isn't it fantastic when you fit in clothes that you've given up on? But yeah, there's probably a lot of others I want to go through. Shirt looked great, mate. Thank you, Stephen. I look forward to our chat, Stephen. We'll get that done sometime very soon. I've got a few others lined up though. Where did I get my coffee plunger from? If this was a work day, I would have my coffee plunger right here and I could show you. It is an R2D2 coffee plunger. Some of you may have seen it. I refer to it all the time. It's the greatest thing I've ever gotten. Mate, Lloyd, thanks very much for stopping by, dude. It's greatly appreciated. You have yourself a great night. I got that from a gift that was given to me at Christmas, I think it was. And that was... given to me by my brother-in-law. He's a big Star Wars fan. He knows that I am. You can get them from Zing Pop Culture Shops, or EB Games had them for a while. But they're like the same business, but they're like a different name. So they like rebrand EB to Zing so they can specialize in that whole pop culture and power nerd stuff. Like Zing, I love that shop. I'm just a massive nerd when it comes to video games and all that kind of stuff. Love it. These pop vinyls here, I don't collect them at all. I have no want or need to collect them. But I still bought some because I'm like, hey, the child, Baby Yoda. I need one of those. Yeah, I'll pay $20 for a bobblehead. No worries. And the Mandalorian, what? Yeah, I'll get the Mandalorian because that was just as cool. And I'll pay $20 for that too. I got $80 worth of plastic sitting right here. There's a ray hidden here. I named my daughter's middle name is Ray, Rey, and that's because we loved the character at the time. She was born around the time that I think it was the first Star Wars came out. We didn't know whether she was going to be evil or not. We kind of took a stab on that one. We like the name Ray, but everyone names spells it Ray or Rae. We went with Rey. Shane, how you doing, man? Welcome to the live stream. This is my first one, and I'm sorry about the video quality. This is on my PC webcam, which is shit, and I can't get webcams at the moment because everywhere's sold out. We can't get stuff from China. All the borders are closed, and every kid and adult has bought one before me. What was that? Ben Jagger, if the Eels win a premiership, what crazy thing would you do to your channel? Would you wear your... That's not crazy, man. I'll wear my Eels jersey all week. I'd wear it every single video if I could. I got 5 of them. I reckon if the Eels win the premiership right now, and I'm going to go on this channel and say this, I will paint myself, my body, blue and yellow, like a line down the middle. I will do it, and I will live stream or do a video just like that. And I won't be completely naked because that's just asking for trouble. That would be on Pornhub later. But yeah, I'll full do the paint down the middle, yellow, blue. And I make that commitment now. I'm so certain that they're not going to win, even though I want them to win. I'll make that commitment right now. V Music, check out Big W. They have a huge baby load of Yoda for sale in the toy sale coming up. I'll have to check that out. Because, as you can see, I already buy useless crap. Yeah, OnlyFans, that's the one. Do you think eating the way you do puts you into ketosis? Bob, you asked me that question I think it was you. And I think I got back to you. I am no expert on ketosis. I really wish I was. I would say, from the little research I've done, it's quite possible. The only carbs that I would be having would be whatever's in the man shake, which isn't much, and maybe some brown rice, maybe every second or third day, and just a little. Just a little bit. Now, I don't know whether you need to be full carb exclusion to go into ketosis. All I know is that the man shake's working, it's doing its job. And that's purely, I would say, from calorie deficit and me keeping somewhat active. But if anyone knows, is an expert on ketosis, please let us know. I'm keen to learn, always am. Shane, how good was that game? The missus is a Bronco supporter. I'm a Para supporter. I had fun with that. Oh, mate, good on you, Shane. Yeah, it was a good game. It was they put in an 80-minute performance, and that's what I was happy about. The fact that they put in an 80-minute performance and they just they floored the Broncos. Broncos didn't show up. If we played the Storm that way, we would have won, but it would have been tight because we didn't maximize our attack. There were so many opportunities for us to score, but we didn't maximize it. But we had to kind of get into the flow of the game, and Moses was looking great, and Dylan Brown, what a pickup he's been. He's been fantastic. He is one of the best defensive players I've seen for his size. He's taken down a rampaging who was it? Marnie Tapau. 1-on-1, round the legs tackle, just took him down like it was no one's business. But I saw that Panthers and Knights, they got a draw. They were 14-14. So Eels and Raiders are now equal top. Eels are are higher because they've got the better for and against. Under 80 grams per day will put you there. Well, there you go. Do you know much about ketosis, Bob? Are you on the man shake yourself, or do you try to lose weight through ketosis, or what's your deal? Let us know. Keen to see. I heard they're going to put a new team in Brisbane. I don't know about that, Ben. I think with I'm not going to say it. That thing that's going on, they're just lucky to have the NRL going. I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans get absorbed into the either the Cowboys or the Broncos, or they just split Brisbane, like have north or south or east or west. I don't know, but I think that Queensland needs another team that isn't the Titans. The Titans are just terrible. What's your stance on people saying "we" when it comes to this to sports team and their performance? Well, you know, it's so funny because I say "we." Oh, we had a good game. Yeah, we got out there, we made some good tackles. We had good completion rate. It's like I just did it, mate. I'm very for the stance because you get so invested in the game. Like my heart rate was basically at like game day level. Like I was like out there on the field. Like my heart was racing. I could feel it in my chest because I'm sitting there. It's just like, yeah. But it's like when you I can't remember if you're into sport. I don't think that you are. But it's like when you wrestling. There you go. It's like when you see The Rock coming up against who? I'm just trying to think of a wrestler from that era. Throw me a wrestler. Um, no, Hulk Hogan was different. Yeah, well, it was like a really good match of wrestling. I don't know. This is great YouTube right here. Great YouTube. And your eyes definitely seem glazed over, and your memory suffers, which is normally a symptom. Well, there you go. Okay, good to know. And when watching, you do seem to make a well, Bob, giving us the hard feedback. Mate, I could just be an idiot. Like I honestly just yeah, I don't mightn't have a lot of brain power. So you know what? I could be in ketosis. I'm going to blame that. I'm going to say, oh, sorry, boss, I forgot. I'm in ketosis. But that's really good. I like that. That's why I said it. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that, mate. Uh, heard the Roosters have had a good chance of getting to a three-peat. Go away, John. It's no, they're not going to do a three-peat. Do you see them play? They're really average. I don't think they're going to do as well. They'll definitely make the top four. They're a top four squad, but I don't think they'll go the whole way. Stone Cold, thank you, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Sting. Hey, Lindsay, how you doing? Thanks, Bob. Look, I appreciate it. I know you're only giving nice feedback. Yeah, this is Lindsay. This is the child here. Oop, yep, there's the camera right there, and I have it on my desk usually, like here in front of me. So when I'm typing, it's like nodding with me. It's like you're saying good stuff. But I put it up here just because apparently when you do podcasts and that kind of stuff, you've got to have something in the background. Um, yeah, Stone Cold. I really liked whenever I see Stone Cold, I think of The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. Was he in that movie? Pretty sure he was. But yeah, that was a good movie. I really like it. It's a terrible movie, but I love it. Ryan, what's my view on fake crowd sounds? I like it. I like it, and I think that the Fox Sports one is good. Channel 9 I hear is terrible. There's like a delay, but the Fox Sports one is good because they keep the camera in nice and close to the players most of the time, so you can't see the fact there's no crowd there. I think like I didn't even notice it until like halfway through the first half. Oh, wait a minute, there's crowd noises. Like, and the fact there's only one ref is so much better, mate. Um, I would I would never say that I won a championship belt, but I certainly connect and get the heart racing on a good match. Yeah, yeah, it's certainly you certainly get into sport, and it's such an emotional connection that you feel like that you're part of it. At least I do. I wish I felt that way about like I don't know work. But yeah, it's just such a strong emotional connection there. Lindsay, yeah, thanks for coming around from Nick's group. Nick, I'm talking about Nick Nimmin and D Nimmin. They run like a couple big channels, like they're heavy hitters. Like 500,000 for Nick and like close to 100,000 for D. They just do like tips and tricks for mobile and live streaming and all that kind of stuff. So I've been there checking that out, and it's all going really good. What are my plans for the week off? That's a really good question. I this weekend would usually be my weekend to go up to Port Macquarie with about like 30 or 40 different Supras, and have the annual Super meet. And it's just basically an excuse to have a boys' weekend away. And like I'm really super duper close. Like my best friends, they all own Supras, and I've known them for like 10 years. And we just go up there, let the hair down, go nuts, and just it's not nothing, has nothing to do with cars. Like when we get there, the cars are parked, we leave them there, and we just get plastered. We like rent like a couple penthouses. We basically have the top two floors of these resorts, and we just go nuts. And but yeah, because of this whole thing, I've had to cancel it. So I didn't cancel the leave because I thought, you know what, I'm going under a pretty dramatic change mentally and physically. So I thought, I'll keep that time off and use a bit of time to reflect. So I'm probably going to do nothing. I got some plans, but we actually are catching up this weekend. Me and the boys, well, the boys and I, going to a mate's place, and because we can have like I think it's 10 people in any location at once, so it's just like the OG guys. We're all going over for isolation super meet, and it will be good. Yes. Uh, Ryan, no, I get you. I never really understood until I got into wrestling, which is kind of sport. I even cried at some results. I know people will do the same with real sports. Yeah, like, I loved wrestling as a kid. I wanted to believe it was real. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, The Rock. I played that WCW versus NWO on Nintendo 64. Like that, like was one of those major games that just I just went crazy for when I was a kid. But yeah, it just got a bit too silly for me, a little bit too silly, and I couldn't follow it, man. Stephen, definitely agree. At the MCG, a nail biter could definitely feel the heart playing up, but you wouldn't change anything. What are my thoughts on the new Supra? Great question, Shane. Sorry for people that are not car people. Um, the So some of you may know the new Toyota Supra is mostly based on a BMW chassis and drivetrain, like engine and all that. And it's a cool car. Like having seen them in real life, it's fantastic. And Toyota, they got their hands on it and they kind of tested everything. They tested every nut and bolt. They tuned it to their own spec. They built the body themselves. The chassis was the same, but for a car manufacturer, it's really like a huge outlay of money to make a car from complete scratch. And like the Supra was just meant to be like the kind of bringing back the pedigree of sports and Toyota and everything like that. And the engine itself, the B58 motor, is very similar to the 2JZ engine, which is like the king of the aftermarket tuner world. So very similar. I love the car. A lot of purists hate it. If someone came up to me and offered me that car to trade for my current Supra, which is a Mark IV Toyota Supra, which I've had for 10 years, I would trade it in a heartbeat. Like, newer is better in this instance. And people are like, oh, it doesn't look anything like the old Supra. It's like, well, it actually does. The more you look at it. And when you look at the Mark III to the Mark IV Supra, they look completely different. So anyway, off cars now. Off cars. So, but thanks for the question, man. Hope it all goes ahead with normal this year. Yeah, yeah. Well, the weekend away isn't going ahead as normal. Unfortunately, a lot of people's plans aren't going ahead. Via music. Sorry, I said very sorry. To apologize. I've done wrestling training, mate. Trust me, it's real. It hurts falling from top rope. Yeah, yeah. A few of my mates, they go out and see the amateur fake wrestling, like and they love it. And I can imagine it really hurts. You got to be like, you actually do need to be like, you see these guys are like super duper fit. I can only aspire to be like that. But yeah, I can imagine it certainly would hurt. Like, regardless of if it's a breakaway table, falling through a table will hurt. I can guarantee it. Um, mm, 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 mm. Maybe before your celebratory meal, try the keto pea sticks. Pea stick? Um, I hope you mean PEA. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, like the piece, like you pee on it and it tells you, see whether you're in Kentucky. That's a good idea. I might try that. I won't live stream it. I can see the resemblance. Yeah, thanks, dude. I'd love to give it a burl. Join, I'm joining a live video. Are you going to do this a regular Sunday thing? Yeah, I'm thinking so. I'm thinking Sunday, because there's no, like, all the footies ended for the weekend. And Sunday, I don't really have a lot to talk about. So I'm thinking live. I think I might do, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to see how this one goes. Right. I do like the idea of it. And I'm like, I've got a lot of research to do on how to make it a bit more interactive, have like the live chat show up here and, like other bits and pieces all around the place to make it a bit more interesting rather than looking at my fat head. It is something that I want to do. Yeah, don't live stream on a pea stick. Yeah. Well, yeah, I at first I was like, pea stick? Like, is he talking about like a snack? Like, you wouldn't want to eat one of those. My eyes glazed over. Ben, if I love supers as me, I hate Skylines. No, I love like I appreciate all cars. They all have their merits. Even Hondas, even the Honda Civics. Look, it's just that when there's like those community groups that give cars a bad name and all that kind of stuff because everyone that owns a Supra believes that they're a 1,000 horsepower drag machine. No, it's not the case. I don't like the communities that come with cars. That's to sum up my answer. The R34 Skyline is a masterpiece. It is a beautiful car. Even the R32, the R33, the new Skyline is just an absolute weapon. So I love them. Check your local wrestling shows. They will most likely offer training. There you go. Where did you do your training via music? And did it cost you a bit to do, or was it like a community based thing? I'm keen to know a little bit more about that. I'm not saying I'll do it. I've got to get into the DDP yoga first. Mm. But yeah, like I mean, with this live stream, I'm keen to do it. Like because I do all right. Like I do all right with talking, should I say? But let us know your feedback. If you want to see more of these live streams, yeah, hit me up. I'm keen. Like I like doing this kind of stuff. It's not what gets me out of bed in the morning, but yeah, I have a bit of fun with it. You asked earlier from the Manshake. I am purchasing Manshake again because of your videos. So thanks. There you go. Thank you, dude. Yeah, Bob. Like, do you have much to lose? Hopefully, you're doing all right, mate. The Manshake is it just works. Like, I think they should change his slogan from lose lose the gut, not the beers, or whatever it is, and just change it to it just works because it just does. Yeah. No, Ryan, I'm not going to do it, mate. I'm not going to do it. Like, my wrestler, I'll probably go with like the Mexican wrestlers, like El Mucho Grande. He's very grande. Karaoke night, Stephen, mate. I could not sing to save my life, honestly. Like, yeah, if someone held a gun to my head and said sing, I'd say you probably would prefer me not to sing. Just shoot me. I did a week-long camp. It was like 4 to 500. Wow, that's interesting. I'm keen to see. I might have to look that up. See what thingos are around. One thing I actually haven't asked is the audio and the video coming through okay? Like, is not having major lags? Like, let me know if it's having lags. I can change the settings and such like that. But can my better half sing? She's absolutely my better half. I'll never ever ever say anything otherwise. She can't sing. That's the one. Like, I'll critique her. She is a worse singer than me. Like, she is so tone deaf and horrible. Horrible. Angela, if you're watching this, it's true. You can't sing to save your life. But yeah. No, she can't sing at all. Absolutely not. Jeez, it's been an hour. Well, look, guys. I actually might leave it at that. It's been an hour, and some of you have been here like commenting the entire time. I don't want to have these streams go on for hours upon hours, even though I could keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. But yeah, I might leave it at that. I will look into new ways of just making it a bit more interactive or whatever, and having your chats maybe come up on the screen, because I think that will be good for anyone who's replaying it. If you are replaying the video, you can click on there's a button there to view the live chat, and it will play the chat as it was on the video. My missus sings in the shower. It's a beautiful thing. Well, Ben, that depends. Are you in the shower with her? Because then, yes, it could very well be a beautiful thing. But guys, look, is Angela making videos about her journey? No, but I actually am going to get her on for an episode of Fat Chat. To talk about her experiences with the Lady Shake, also talk about what it was like dealing with me at 160 odd kilos, and she'll give. And I told her, you got to be brutally honest with this one. So yeah. I'm also going to try to get a new webcam. I'm hoping that now the schools have gone back and everything, maybe I'll have a bit more luck getting a webcam some point this week. So I'm on annual leave, so I can go hunting a little bit. But yeah, hopefully I can get my hands on a decent one, because it apparently I can't use my Droid Cam X with it. So yeah. I like the pun there, mate. Can't wait. That's very clever. That's very clever, Bob. Very clever. Pun of the week. All right, so ladies and gents, I actually am going to go. So I'm going to leave it at that. Everyone who has tuned in and sat here live and listened and watched me, I love every single one of you. And honestly, I really do. You guys are the reason why I do this stuff. You are the reason why I'm going to call myself successful with my weight loss journey so far. Without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. I would be halfway through a bucket of KFC for the fourth time that week. I guarantee it. I'll probably have diabetes, and I don't know, I'll probably be, killing myself slowly through grease. But love you all. Nothing you can do about it. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. I'll see you all tomorrow, and have a awesome, awesome night. Love you guys. I'm going to just go to this one now. I'm still learning how to do this.